Hi, everyone, and welcome to Eagle Forum's Capitol Hill Update. My name is Tabitha Walter, and I'm the Political Director of Eagle Forum.
And I'm Kirsten Hassler, our Executive Director. The House and Senate are out this week due to the Easter holiday. Even though they are not doing business in DC, there are still plans to move forward an extreme liberal agenda when they return. One of those agendas is overhauling our election system.
We've talked about HR 1 on here before. It's called the For the People Act, but it's really For the Swamp Act. This bill would allow for mandatory mail-in voting, ballot harvesting, suppression of free speech of organization and candidates, federal funding of candidates, and so much more. The Senate companion to this bill adds another provision that blocks organizations from seeing if non-citizens voted in an election. The House already passed their bill, and recently the Senate had a hearing on theirs. The Senate doesn't have the votes right now to pass it since they need 60 votes to do so. And this is why preserving the filibuster is so important. If any of our Senate Republicans cave on getting rid of the filibuster, this bill would pass by a 51 vote threshold.
Ugh, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the only way that Democrats have recently tried to significantly change our elections. In early March, Speaker Pelosi allowed the House Administration Committee to investigate the certified election results of Iowa's 2nd Congressional District. This was by request of the Democrat candidate Rita Hart after Republican Marionette Miller-Meeks had been officially seated in the House since January. Speaker Pelosi even issued a letter on January 3rd welcoming Representative Miller-Meeks and mentioned that she looked forward to working with her in a bipartisan, unifying way. But it's really no surprise that things turned out differently.
Right. What makes this such a ridiculous investigation, though, is that there were 3 previous recounts issued by both the Secretary of State and Rita Hart. Every time Representative Miller-Meeks was declared the winner. So when Pelosi announced a probe into this election, not only did House Republicans band together to voice their opposition, there were actually Democrats who publicly stated their discomfort with this process. Minnesota Democrat Representative Dean Phillips tweeted, "Losing a House election by 6 votes is painful for Democrats, but overturning it in the House would be even more painful for America. Just because a majority can does not mean a majority should," end quote.
The good news is that last night, Rita Hart withdrew her wishes for the House to investigate the election, so Pelosi's power grab will not go forward. Seeing HR 1 move through the House and then Pelosi trying to unseat a duly elected official are blatant moves by Democrats to keep their majority by any means necessary. This is why it's so important for you to work with your state legislation and secretaries of state to create fair election laws without the federal government's influence and interference.
Eagle Forum has great state leaders who are working within our states to do just that. Check out eagleforum.org to find the contact information for your state leader. We also want to remind you to please sign up for our legislative alerts and emails while you're there. If you have any questions about today's report, please post them below. We will be back next week right here at 2 p.m. Eastern. See you then.